My wife cheated on me. Her therapist while having me pay for her sessions and accusing me of being the root of her stress. She forgot we had a prenup. I went scorched earth. 3 years ago, my wife Nicole started seeing a therapist named Dr. Mark Davis. She said work was stressing her out, and she needed someone to talk to. I thought it was great that she was taking care of her mental health. The sessions were $200 each, twice a week. I paid for every single one without complaining, because I wanted her to feel better. But instead of improving, Nicole got worse. She started picking fights over nothing. I left a dish in the sink, massive argument. I came home 10 minutes late, she'd give me the silent treatment for days. She kept saying her therapist helped her realize I was the source of all her problems. Every session she'd come home with new complaints about me. Dr. Davis said I was emotionally unavailable. Dr. Davis said I didn't validate her feelings enough. Dr. Davis said I was probably a narcissist. I tried everything. Couples counseling, which she refused. Reading self-help books. Even changing my whole schedule to spend more time with her. Nothing worked. Then the credit card bills started looking weird. There were charges from restaurants I'd never been to. Hotels downtown on random Tuesday afternoons. Expensive gifts from stores Nicole never shopped at. When I asked her about them, she said it was retail therapy. Dr. Davis recommended she treat herself more because I was causing her so much anxiety. I felt guilty, so I didn't push it. One night in March, Nicole left her iPad on the kitchen counter. She was in the shower and a message popped up on the screen. It was from someone saved as Dr. D with a heart emoji. The message said, "I can't stop thinking about yesterday. You're incredible." I picked up the iPad and scrolled through months of messages. They'd been sleeping together for over a year. The hotel charges were for them. The fancy dinners were dates with him. The gifts were things he bought her using my money that she deposited into their joint therapy account. But here's what really got me. Dr. Davis had been coaching Nicole on how to gaslight me. He literally sent her scripts of things to say to make me feel crazy. He told her to blame everything on me so I'd never suspect her. One message said, "Tell him the stress is making you sick. He'll feel too guilty to question anything." Another said, "If he asks about money, cry and say he's being controlling." Works every time. I sat there reading for 2 hours while Nicole took the longest shower of her life. My hands were shaking, but not from sadness. I was furious. See, Nicole forgot one very important detail. When we got married 5 years ago, her dad insisted on a prenup. Nicole fought it hard, but her dad wouldn't budge. He said it protected both of us. The prenup had an infidelity clause. If either of us cheated, the other person got 70% of everything. Nicole signed it thinking she'd never be the one to mess up. She was wrong. The next morning I called a lawyer, showed him all the screenshots, the credit card statements, everything. He said I had one of the strongest cases he'd ever seen. I also reported Dr. Davis to the state licensing board for having a relationship with a patient's spouse. I didn't say a word to Nicole for 2 weeks, just acted completely normal while my lawyer built the case. She had no idea what was coming. When I finally filed for divorce, I had her served at her job, in front of her coworkers. The papers included printed copies of her messages with Dr. Davis. Every single one. Nicole called me screaming that I was ruining her life. I told her to ask Dr. Davis for advice on how to handle it. She hung up. The divorce was brutal but quick. The prenup held up in court. I got the house, most of our savings, and she had to pay back every dollar she spent on her affair from our joint accounts. Dr. Davis lost his license 3 months later. Turns out Nicole wasn't the only patient's family member he'd been inappropriate with. 2 other women came forward after the investigation started. Last I heard, Nicole moved back in with her parents. She's working part-time at a retail store and driving her mom's old car. Dr. Davis is working at a call center somewhere. I sold the house last month and bought a condo downtown. No joint accounts, no therapy bills, no one telling me I'm the problem. My lawyer said it was the cleanest scorched earth case he'd ever handled.